Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. So today's ponderous topic is going to be looking at collections and sets and whether or not collecting a set of coins from a specific release or a specific design, or whether it's something like the Queen's Beasts where there are going to be a defined amount of them, whether or not collecting the set of them is worthwhile, whether it's a good idea, whether it's going to be a winner in the future, how to know whether a set is going to be good or not. Those types of questions. Now, do remember that this is just my own thoughts and opinions on this particular subject. I am not a financial advisor, and everything I say here is just my own thoughts and opinion. So do bear that in mind when making your own financial decisions. I've got here my Queen's Beast, my brand new Queen's Beast box, and I'll show you that in a little bit more detail in a bit. And I've got the 10-ounce Queen's Beast coins out here, as well as my 20th ounce Lunar Gold, 20th ounce gold collection. So those are just the two sets I want to sort of focus on today whilst I'm talking. I am collecting other sets of various runs of coins and things like that, but I felt that these were most appropriate because they're kind of the sets which I'm, I guess, most excited about, that I really have started collecting properly in terms of, you know, I've bought a box for these 2-ounce Queen's Beasts and I've got that box for the 20th ounce coins and I've backdated that particular set. I'll talk about backdating in a little bit as well. But I think it's a really interesting topic. It's certainly one which was on my mind quite a lot when I started stacking silver in the first place. And it was, in fact, the kind of driving force behind me getting into silver. I loved coins, I loved collecting coins, and having a date run of specific different designs was very much the strategy for me. And if you look back at some of my earliest stacking videos, I have a big blue felt box with all of these different designs. I think I have something like 30 or 40 different designs of coins, which I aim to try and pick up one of each year. And, you know, things have changed in terms of my, outlook on what I want to stack and how I want to stack it. And, I think that's an important thing for everybody to know. You can't necessarily collect every single set out there, and you must collect what is good for you. These are the 10-ounce Queen's Beast, so this is definitely a set which I am going to be collecting. How cool will these look when they're all done? Of course, what we need to find now is a really nice display box for the 10-ounce Queen's Beasts, if we can. So, Queen's Beast, this is a set which I am collecting. It's a set which I hold very high regard for. I think it's a phenomenal coin set. It's a phenomenal coin collection. I have talked in the past that there perhaps are maybe too many coins within the whole range of the Queen's Beast for one person to collect every single offering that there is. But certainly from just this general stacking point of view, there are very many different options that you can use and have to stack on pretty much any kind of budget. The cheapest out there are obviously the 2-ounce silvers. So we have here the 2-ounce Queen's Beast. Now this particular box, by the way, has been created by a community member. It's been created by a chap called Alan, who's on the Silver Forum. Now if you would like to get one, I don't know how many he's made, but please go over to the Silver Forum. I put a link to his sales thread down in the description below, and you can have a look at all of his particular coins. Look at those, how good they look in there. Now this box also fits the 1-ounce proof coins as well, which is really, really cool. So definitely worth getting. And I think this is what makes it different for me in terms of it being. I've decided, by the way, that they look better at the top. I think getting something like this is what I think changes it in my mind from being just some stacking weight silver to an actual collection of silver. And now whether you get a box or whether you have these particular ones graded and you're collecting a certain grade of these particular coins, that's what, in my mind anyway, kind of kicks it over to being a collection. But is it worthwhile? Is it worthwhile getting the whole set of these coins? Now, each collection, each type of coin is going to be different. Of course, it is. Now, the Queen's Beast we've seen certainly over here in Europe, anyway, the UK. The premium on these lions is holding incredibly well, and in fact, it seems to be going up. You can't pick up a 2-ounce lion on any sort of bullion dealers for less than probably about £45–50 at the moment. When you compare that with some of the other 2 ounces, which are going for about £30–35, depending where you buy them, they certainly are holding their premium well. Whether that will be the same for each one as the series goes on, I don't know. Perhaps with all kind of collections, it's all about how much exposure they got right at the start. The Queen's Beast Lion was the first in the set. It was very popular when it was released, and it's kind of the flagship for the series. It propelled it all forwards. The latest coin has just been released, although we haven't seen the Bullion design version, we've seen the proof version released. It's the Clarence Bull, so it'll be going into this lovely capsule. It looks really good in the proof version, so I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for the whole series, actually, and I'll tell you for why. Because the Queen's Beast series, I think, has got the chance to be one of the most well-performing series in, I think, British coin history, for certainly for the last couple of years anyway, in terms of bullion silver coins. You know, it's much, in my opinion, much better than a kind of Britannia run. Getting collections of the Britannias, it's much better than potentially certainly the Luna series from the Royal Mint. We all know my sort of strong feelings on the zombie dog, but I think that this one is going to be pretty epic. It's probably going to be the last complete series, certainly sizable complete series of coins with good old Queen Elizabeth. She is, bless her soul, getting on a little bit now. There's huge potential for this set, I think. It looks great, it feels great, it's great size, it's just everything about it is good. You know, the 10-ounce coins, I think they're going to be hot as well for a big old collection. Well worth it for stacking some silver weight, certainly. Only time will tell, though. You know, I think, will they shoot to the moon? Will they become exorbitantly valuable? Probably not, but they'll certainly hold their premiums, and along the way as well you can enjoy them, and the sort of variety of the designs that come out from them are just phenomenal, and that's, I think, what makes it, in my opinion, a really kind of good set to collect. So that's my thoughts on the Queen's Beast coins. Now, not a lot can be said for a lot of other types of sets out there in terms of, you know, posterity for the future, and for for a particular coin series to become the one that hits the nail on the head and be the crown jewel of coin series. Lots of different coin series have different things going for them. We've seen huge premiums come up on certain weights of the Australian Luna Series 2 coins, the mouse particularly, and that's very similar to this particular weight of the coin, which is the 20th ounce coins. Now, the Luna Mouse and the Luna Ox. So let me try and zoom in on these. Now, these are two little coins which cost me quite a lot of money, let's be honest. And that's because I was backdating the series. Now, this is the next big point I want to make about coin series and collections. Should you be backdating your series? In some circumstances, I think it is definitely worth it, and this, I think, is one where I anguished over this, because when I started collecting silver and gold, I started collecting these coins when they were being released, and it kind of always niggled at me that I was never really going to be able to complete the set because I would have to backdate it to do it. So I did, and I decided to do that, but these two 20th ounces of gold, so 10 ounce in total, I think I ended up paying, I got very good prices on them, and they're very much increased in value since I bought them, but I think I paid about £200 for the mouse, about £180 for the ox, and when you consider that the other ones are coming out for about £50 a coin, it's a big premium to pay, and it was a very big commitment for me to do. However, they are the flagships of this particular series, and we've seen, as the last 18 months or so go on, that little investment which I've put into those two coins has actually served to be an incredibly valuable one, because those two particular coins, which are the flagships of this series, combined are worth over £500 as a collector's premium. And that is a very, very good sign for this set going forwards. It's the 20th ounce set, so it is small denomination gold, but they are absolutely amazing, and certainly if you're looking to collect the entire series of these in any kind of gold, then the 20th ounce is probably going to be the most affordable for you. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this one. Again, we've seen the Australian Luna Series coins. They are always incredibly popular, and I think the general popularity of a set is always going to be a factor for people, whether or not it's worth collecting. So I think it's worth looking into those types of things. So, for example, I've got other sets which I'm looking to collect at the moment, so you've probably seen me unbox and do reviews on the Legends of Asgard series, which is that sort of very high relief proof coin set series. Really, really cool coin, but is it going to be perhaps as good in terms of premium growth as the Luna coins we've seen in this 20th ounce collection? Maybe, maybe not. Ultimately, it's a bit of an unknown, and that's kind of an important thing to sort of remember about any kind of coin collection series that you are looking to collect. I always say the best mantra is to collect what you like and enjoy what you collect. It's the best thing to do, really. We've seen, for example, here's a very topical subject at the moment. So the latest Beatrix Potter Proof 50p coins have just been announced and released from the Raw Mint. The first releases that we had from them, the 2016s, I didn't pick them up at the time. My parents actually did, and they've got one of the incredibly valuable Peter Rabbits from 2016, which I constantly am envious of. But we've seen them. The 2017s came out, huge rush, huge run on them coming from people all over the Raw Mint. It was a huge bonsai sell-off really from the Raw Mint, and they did incredibly well. But they haven't actually done so well in terms of a return on investment like the other coins did. However, they are very, very beautiful coins. They are absolutely nostalgic button pressed. Very much. They they press so many people's buttons in terms of looking back at their childhood, looking back at the books that they read when they were younger, and the same goes for me. So ultimately, it's not going to necessarily be about what is the best investment, what's going to be the best return on your money, how much money you're going to make on a particular coin. It's more about what you like, how you like it, and whether or not you'll enjoy it. And I always think with these types of things, there's a worst case scenario for me for any collection, for any coin which I ever buy, which is a premium coin, or it's part of a collection which I'm putting together, which might be a flop in the future, who knows. And that is, if the worst case happens and it's not particularly valuable, it will make a very, very special gift for somebody in the future. Whether that's something that I hand down to future generations of my own, or whether it's something that you maybe give away to to a godchild or to a friend's child, or whatever it might be. It will make a very special gift potentially in the future. And I think that's one thing to bear in mind, that these things have many different purposes, and you should really sort of enjoy them as and when you can. Anyway, I start to ramble now. Basically, coin sets, are they worth it? In my opinion, they certainly are. Having a run of particular coins, having a date run of coins, very much is a fun thing to do, and it's a great thing to look back on and actually enjoy the coins when it's all done and dusted. And as you saw with that Lunar set, that will be all done in next year, when the Year of the Pig comes out. Anyway, that's about all I have to say on the matter. I'd very much like to hear your thoughts on collecting coin sets, I should say, and collecting different date runs of different designs of things. Please do comment in this video if you have the Queen's Beast. If you'd like this box, remember to go over to the Silver Forum and check out Alan's sales thread. Really quality box. I can't recommend it highly enough. And if you haven't already, please put a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you'll get a notification when I upload future videos. Otherwise, all that's left for me to say is I hope you all have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.